Welcome to the Laughing Through the Tears podcast. Welcome to the Laughing Through the Tears podcast.
Welcome back to the Laughing Through the Tears podcast with your host,
Michelle.
and Janet. Welcome back, guys.
Well, hello, doctor.
Hi.
How was the day in the ER today?
I don't work in the ER. It was fine.
Nice.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, to all the mamas, and all the mamas, and all the stepmamas.
All the sugar mamas too.
Sugar mamas too.
Y'all put in the work for someone, so
Period.
props to you guys too. All right, yeah. Let's talk about what we've been up to the past 2 weeks, and then we'll finish off with Mother's Day because I think that's like the last thing we celebrated.
Yeah.
So, 2 weeks ago, let's see. We had Cinco de Drinko.
Michelle's national holiday.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was. I got a little tips.
If you live in Utah, Salt Lake area, there's a restaurant called El Chihuahua.
El Chihuahua.
El Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
They have massive drinks, big portions of food.
Deadly. The food is...
Yeah, you go for the drinks.
Yeah, the food's not that great.
But the food is okay.
It's alright.
I love their chimichanga.
I'm kind of over it.
I think it's delicious, but like you really go for the drinks.
Yeah.
And then of course they give you big portions because you need a big portion to, you know, get rid of the fucking alcohol that you're drinking down. So, we both had Corona margaritas.
Yeah.
So
the big
good.
margaritas with the Corona on top. We had 2 of them, and by the second one, the first one already had me like, woo, and the first one had me like, woo, and the second one had me like, woo.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't sleep at all, like, the next day, that night, actually. I slept, like, 2.5 hours straight, and then I slept, like, another hour and a half, maybe, like, right before my shift started.
That's horrible, but I was afraid that I was going to wake up with, like, a hangover.
Yeah. I wasn't hungover, but
Neither.
I didn't sleep well, so I definitely felt like something hit me.
Right.
So, yeah, but that was cool. What else did we do? Oh, I watched the Canelo fight. So for those of you that are into boxing, it was... Who did he fight? I don't know. I have no idea who he fought. I just know it was this guy from Cuba, but raised in Germany, or he fights for Germany, but he's from Cuba.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, you know, Canelo won. You don't watch his... Wendell's not into boxing, huh?
No, but she'll watch, like, the clips on TikTok and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest for her not to get into any more sports. But homegirl is, like, watching baseball on TikTok, softball. She's getting onto all these things, and I'm like...
Softball?
Is football and basketball not enough?
Softball?
Homegirl likes all the sports. It's like women's college softball.
They pass that on TV?
Yeah.
Wow, go ahead, women's sports. That's crazy.
Yeah, it takes away from me time.
Yeah, you know, I always wonder what it would be like, you know, to be in that position. Lenny doesn't follow any sports. If anything, I'm the sports fan. But even me, I'm not like, you know, watching every single sport. Cannot get into it, sorry.
Yeah.
Love football. And I like watching basketball, but like once the playoffs start. I'm not like an all year round type of girl.
Right, neither is she, but if she really wants to watch it, she'll be like, babe, we have to find it. And I'm like,
yeah. She's hardcore though.
yeah, and she's like, I'm going to get into soccer. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. I've tried to get into soccer, but I can't. I don't mind watching like, well, I've only been to one soccer game. But I think even baseball, I feel like baseball and soccer are probably, it's a much better time if you go to a live one. On TV, I can't.
I have an unpopular opinion. I feel like soccer is like the hardest sport. Because you only can use your feet. And I feel like that's why it takes so long for them to like make a goal. And that's
like up and down the whole time. Huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe that's why I don't like watching it, but now I'm like, that's probably the hardest sport. Unpopular opinion, I'm sure other people disagree.
What about football?
I'm sure it's hard, but
You
they
get tackled. You got concussions. Which, I mean, you could get some in soccer, but you hear more about injuries.
That's just my unpopular opinion, Michelle. Just the sport, not the physicality.
I wonder statistically. Yeah. I wonder statistically what is harder, but I think football is still like the hardest.
I don't know shit.
Anyways, go Pat, go. You've been doing a lot of barbecues. I think that's what you were doing. Is you've been doing a lot of barbecues with
Wendy's family. They did a farewell for her sister and her nephew who are going back to Samoa and to celebrate her niece's and her brother's birthday. Happy birthday to Moa and Una. But yeah, that was pretty much it. And then we were like the flower delivery people this past weekend. They're dropping off flowers to everybody's mamas. And I was texting Wendy about it today. I was like, I feel like we were too busy like saying Happy Mother's Day to everyone else. I didn't really get to focus on her, and I felt really guilty about it because she's a mom. And yeah, I feel like you need to make time for your partner if they're a parent, but it's kind of hard when there's so many fucking parents that you have to like go give flowers to, like the elders and stuff.
That is true. You know what? You mothers that get fucking flowers from us and all these things, you know, when it's my fucking turn,
you calm down.
The world is not gonna revolve around you, alright? I expect flowers to be delivered to me too, okay?
Right. Like, people were telling...
I did not think about that.
Yeah, and I felt so sad, because I'm like, she's a mom, and... Everyone was telling us Happy Mother's Day. I still get kind of like, damn, people are like telling me that. Like her nieces were telling me that. People at work were telling me that.
About what?
Like Happy Mother's Day to me.
Oh.
Yeah, Cele even tells me Happy Mother's Day. That's my stepdaughter. And it's still kind of like, oh, I guess, yeah. But I don't know. But for sure her. But even when I told her that, she's like, well, it has to be you too because you're involved and you've been a big help. But I'm just like...
Oh.
You know, and Cele and me have a really close bond. And I'm just like, I don't know, because I guess I don't do it for, like, I mean, it's just the package that I was dealt with. But I guess.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, Happy Mother's Day, Wendell. I love you.
Yeah, Happy Mother's Day, Wendell. You're appreciated, too.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder if Lenny has thought about that. Like... Right now, we always like think about our moms, you know, his sister.
Yeah.
What about me?
You're not a mother yet, bitch.
I know.
Stop overreacting.
But when that time comes, I just wonder how it's gonna all work.
I feel like if your daughter is a mother, you should also return the gift. Like the flowers and stuff like that, you know? Like, I get it's about you because you gave us birth, but if your daughter's a mother too, you should probably like a little something. It doesn't have to be like a big old
Lenny's
bouquet.
mom did give his little sister something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little gift. But my thought process is like right now I help him cook for stuff. I you know, we take care of the mothers.
Right.
He's gonna have to be taking care of all of us.
Yeah.
Because I ain't doing shit on Mother's Day. Right. You know, like these old school ladies.
God, now I have another person added to my list when you get pregnant.
These old school ladies, they want to be all up in the kitchen, don't know when to sit the fuck down. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and one day we sent money to her mom in Samoa and we gave money to the one here. And she's like, oh my gosh, now I have two moms. I always dread this day. I'm like, oh, look who's complaining now about having too many parents. Because the other day, it was a while ago. Because I was like, you know, if you ever have questions about my dad, you can always ask me. And she was like, what about jokes? I'm like, what, me not having a daddy joke? She's like, I have two.
Wendell!
And that's why I was like, oh, look who's complaining now.
Wow, Wendell. Wow. Damn, she had those fucking daddy jokes lined up, homie?
Fucking guess.
Fuck. Wow, alright. You know what? You should throw them at her because she be like fucking killing me all the fucking time on the podcast with the daddy jokes.
No, and then I was like, you have 3.
3? Oh, Jesus. Alright. Okay. Anyways. Okay, we skipped a lot. We jumped right to Mother's Day again.
Yeah.
And they're clearly a big focus point for us.
Yes.
Let's see. What else did we do in the meantime? It was Cinco de Mayo, and then we did also the barbecues, and then
the fight, and then this past
and
weekend.
that was, yeah, okay, wow, it feels like it's been so much.
It was.
You know, one thing that I realized this weekend, and I feel like I've realized it before, but you know, when you hear from a wise woman, you're like, oh wow,
This is wise woman.
true. Ixel.
She can't be pretty wise.
She was like, I miss your guys' pod.
She told me that too.
Yeah,
At the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, miss your guys' pod. Like, even if you guys don't have to talk about anything, like, I love just hearing you guys talk. And it just really made me think, you know, like, we're over here overthinking topics and how to sound like real podcasters. And really, people just want to hear us and watch us be morons.
Yeah. Love you, Itzel.
Love
Well,
you
she
too,
was
Itzel.
the first one to be like, do you guys actually talk to each other like this? Because we're idiots.
Yes, we do. Clearly. Now you guys see. Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, I really need to unclench my cheeks and just, like, relax a little
We
bit.
do it for the fans.
Yeah, we just want to, you know, be a little more proper, but
No, I can't be proper even if I tried.
we do try.
I think
We
it only,
could go off the rails.
I think it only turns on when I'm at work. Once I'm outside, anything goes.
I guess. Okay, and then Saturday. Oh, we did skip over one part. First communion season. Is it over?
Oh my god, it was back to back. Congratulations, guys. Very proud of you.
Congratulations. We are Catholic, and first communion season felt like it was a lot this season.
It was.
Was Aaron's last year, or was it? It was
last year.
It was last year.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's been so much.
Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was last year. It was
Yeah?
last year, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it just all too close together. Just a lot. May has been a lot, and so congratulations.
Yes.
Once again. But it's a lot.
One step closer to God.
One step closer to Jesus.
that a song?
Yeah, it's called.
One step closer to Jesus.
And then we also went wedding dress shopping.
Woo! That was fun.
I was asked if we were going to talk about it.
From who? Etzel?
No, actually.
Oh. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. You know, I was really nervous. Like,
I can see that. I was a little nervous too, and I wasn't even the one trying to dress up.
Why were you nervous?
I just wanted to make sure that you found something that you liked and that you weren't giving in, because I know that you don't like, you know.
I don't like store shopping.
Right.
Like, I don't like hood hopping to different stores.
Yeah.
Since I was a teenager. Okay.
She never was the window shop kind of girl.
Oh my gosh. My best friend, this bitch, moves from Provo to Salt Lake. She wanted to be at the mall all the fucking time. Okay? And I did not understand why. And it was a mix of, like, window shopping and, you know, mingle with the boys. But I was not about it. I thought it was the most boring fucking thing to be window shopping. Like,
Yeah.
I like to shop. Give me money or not. And when I go shopping, though, I'm in and out.
Yeah.
I go for what I need. I know what I like. Boom, boom, boom. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So I was really also, honestly, like, I was nervous about the same fucking things.
Yeah, and we saw them online first, but obviously on the pictures don't do the dresses justice in person. Mm-hmm. Did I word that right? Whatever, you get what I'm saying. So there was things that I didn't like on the picture, but when you see them in person, it's like, oh, okay. So I was kind of worried about that. but I just wanted to make sure. And then I need to make sure that your mom wasn't getting out of pocket.
I feel so bad for her sometimes, but like she really just like come on.
It just wasn't like we've heard it time and time again. She was just
don't show your tits.
The padre's gonna tell you something. Get a shot. We get it. The padre doesn't believe in the free the nipple movement. We're not gonna show the nipple. Like fuck.
You know, Lenny at the first communion after we went wedding dress shopping. I was waiting for it too, but I didn't know if he was gonna ask her in front of me or what. And then Mom came to sit by us, and he goes, "So did everything go well?" To my mom, to our mom.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
he's fucking making an alliance with his suegra.
Yeah, he knew. I knew what was happening. She's like, "Yeah, it went well." I'm like, "Mom, he's asking you, did she pick an inappropriate dress or not?" And she's like, "Oh no, hasta yo me quedé sorprendida." Yeah.
Okay, you don't even like have tits like that. Like what is she gonna show?
Hey man, try to convince Lenny and her about that shit.
Lenny, you need to calm the fuck down. Mom, you definitely need to calm the fuck down.
Yeah, so he definitely asked her, and she, you know, they were bonding over my tits.
Great Value Purified Drinking Water, sponsor us.
Oh yeah, and Hydro Flask too.
I'm just kidding. Electronic duster.
Okay, so yeah, I was really nervous. Also, the day didn't start out well, and I feel like I've always been more as a teenager, but I feel like when something doesn't go my way, ruins the fucking day.
It ruins everyone's day.
Ruins everyone's day.
You've gotten better.
I have gotten way better.
But it definitely, you feel it in the air.
Yeah. But for sure, it's gotten better in the sense that I get over it. You know, I get over it, but before, there was no getting over it.
I feel like we switched roles. Because it ruins the fuck out of my day now.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
And Wendy had to tell me, like, you can't let it ruin the day because, like, we have stuff to look forward to and you just, like, kind of give up. And I'm like, okay, you're right.
Wow. When did that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, it used to be completely the opposite. She was not ever like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there's still a chance it might go wrong, but I'm telling you, before, I know as far as, like, my attitude.
Oh.
But before, it was going to go bad. Okay, right. Now it's like, well, we'll see how the day goes, you know? But, so since it didn't start out very well, I was a little scared that it was going to get to me and I couldn't, like, change it. But I really loved where we went, and they, like, set everything up. And
the girl was so cool that helped us.
I forget her name. I shouted them out on my Instagram.
I want to say Ashley, but I think I'm wrong.
No, it's not Ashley.
Moira.
Anyways, we don't have an Instagram account, and I'm not gonna link my personal account because it's private. Right. But I will put up, like, one picture up there.
Of what?
Of us at the boutique. Psh. But anyways, so we get there. We were the only ones there. The maid of honor and the mother of the bride were late. And then once they finally got there, they escorted us to our little section. It was super cute.
We were not that late.
So aesthetically pleasing. It was like beautiful florals, pastels. We had our little couch area.
AC was popping.
Yeah. AC was popping. But yeah, it was so cool. I had already sent in what dresses I wanted. They had everything separated by collection, which was great because I already had in mind what collection I wanted to look at. My main thing, and I remember telling Linda on the way to the shop, was I was like, what if I don't fit into any of these fucking dresses? I didn't know how size. I had sent them my measurements beforehand. But, you know, you can't always have all of those sizes right there and then. Like, you have a warehouse for that. So I was like, I just want to be able to try them on and get an idea. And what if they don't have my size for me to try them on? Like, I have vision, but damn. You know, like, this is not everyone else has vision. And, you know, my bridesmaids were there, my mom was there, so I wanted all of their opinions. So I was really just scared. I'm like, oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. But they made it work.
Oh, yeah. They snatched you up real good with that, even, like, zipping up.
Yeah. Like, I guess, like, the sample sizes they have, they're, like, stretchy enough where, like, most people fit in them. You just gotta shimmy your way in.
I had to give her a wedgie.
Yeah, like, the maid of honor was being the maid of honor.
I wore my maid of honor crown, too.
She was late, but she made up for it. So, yeah, like, they clipped you up, make sure you had the vision. I tried on 6 dresses. Mm-hmm. Like, 6 dresses. I don't even think I tried the 7th one on.
No, you did. You tried all of them on. But there was one that you took off because we were like, fuck no.
So was it 6? Okay.
So,
yeah, there was one. I put it on. It was like the last one.
Yeah.
I was like,
no.
Take it back. I didn't even go out because I was
There's no need.
Yeah.
It was giving senora vibes.
Yeah, like, I'm sure a senora would look beautiful in that
not
dress.
This one.
But, like, I'm a senora, but, like, I'm a young senora. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. The dress I picked was
the 3rd one that you tried on.
No, it was the 2nd one.
No, it was the 2nd one.
It was the 2nd one. It was the 2nd one. I liked the first 3 dresses that I got, that I tried on. Then we narrowed it down to the 2nd and the 3rd.
Yes.
But I was really feeling the 2nd.
Me too.
Everyone was shocked, first of all, that everybody expected me to go for, like, the most pizzazzed, you know, wedding dress, you know, sparkles, jewels, flowers.
I wasn't that shocked.
You know, everybody was like, and they were beautiful dresses.
They were gorgeous.
The trains, gorgeous, okay? And that's exactly what I wanted. But, like, once you're there and you have it on, it's so different. So I narrowed it down to the 2nd and the 3rd. The 3rd one was a good balance of the 1st and the 2nd dress.
Yeah.
It was a really good balance. So I narrowed it down to the 2, the 2nd and the 3rd. Because the 2nd one was my favorite, I was leaning a little more towards that one. I said, let me try on that one again with the veil. As soon as I put it on, I was like, oh,
it brought that bitch to life.
Like, I don't want to try on the 3rd one.
And the thing with that dress, I remember when I saw it, because the first one was just so sparkly and, like, beautiful and just, like, oh, you know, to die for, that the 2nd one, it wasn't as, like, shimmery, that I was kind of like, I don't know if I like it. But also the lighting in the dressing room wasn't the best. Yeah. So once we went out to, like, natural lighting, I was like, oh, it does look nice. But I had to, like, really, like, go back and, like, look at you. And I was like, I think I like this one better than the first one. And I think it, like, went with you more. And I was like, I think Michelle's going to pick this one because I feel like this is her now. If Michelle would have gotten married in her early 20s, it would have been 1 or 3.
It would have been the first one.
Oh, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been the first one. Yeah. The first one, yeah. It was over the top.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
It was so beautiful, so intricate. It just threw me off a little bit.
It was a lot, but it was beautiful. It was a lot in the best way.
Yeah. Like, I just no. I don't know, just not for me right now as a 33-year-old. So, yeah, but the 2nd one, and even Leslie said, she said, no, like, your eyes, when I tried it on again, I think I was like, I don't want to, like, go back to the 3rd one. And she was like, no, she's like, your eyes literally light up with this one. She's like,
the veil is literally, like, I feel like what was the vision.
Yeah.
It was just so beautiful. The veil completed it. And it's beautiful on its own, too. But the veil just gives it, like, this, like, traditional culture, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's not like a cathedral. I think they call it cathedral.
That one wasn't the cathedral one. The long one.
But it's still pretty.
Yeah, it still gives cathedral, but, like, not to the whole extent.
Yeah. And I knew the moment I put it on, the moment I put the veil on, I, like, immediately I got the heebie-jeebies all up my back. Like, I was like, oh, shit. Like, it made everything real. And that's so crazy to say out loud because, I mean, we have pretty much everything booked.
Yeah.
You know, like we're going through marital classes at the church. Like, you know, like it's real, you know, but it wasn't until the veil was put on that I was like, oh shit. And I got emotional, but I didn't feel like I was going to cry. But I immediately thought of Mom and I turned around and I was like, come over here. Because she was like on the couch still and I needed her to come to the front. And I'm like, don't cry, because I knew if I saw her cry, I was going to cry.
Right.
And she came around and immediately she was like, "Hi, mommy." And then she leaned over to you. And yeah, that was it. I was like, it's done.
Yeah, and on our way out, because I picked up my mom and I was like, so how do you feel, Mom? She's like, I feel good. You know, I just never really imagined this. Like, I always kind of saw that you guys were kind of difficult when it came to dating. But she didn't mean difficult in a bad way. She kind of meant it as, like, we wouldn't settle.
We wouldn't throw that ass around like that?
Right. As much as we love to promote that. But we don't. And she was like, I just never saw that you guys were going to settle down. And especially for someone to still get married to their church. You don't really hear that anymore. And she's like, I would pray to God for you guys to find someone good, but I would also tell him, like, if they're gonna mistreat you guys, to just leave you guys as is.
And she would tell us that growing up. So, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah. We definitely went over budget with the dress.
It was worth it. It's not my bank account, but it was worth it.
You know, I started thinking, I'm like, you know, you hear about people that get married and how they go over budget all the time. You know, it's kind of weird to say, but we really didn't set a budget for the wedding. Lenny set his budget. Lenny was like, okay, this is how much I'm going to spend. I'm going to give you that and then do what you want with it, basically. I'm like, okay, so that means, like, you know, whatever's left. And obviously, if I need help, then, you know, I go to him. Mm-hmm. But we didn't set a budget on anything. Everything that we booked, everything that we've thought about, me and him have been present for both of those, for everything. So it's like, in that moment, we're like, yes, no, like, we talk it through. There's nothing that's like, I gotta, like, you know, spend a shit ton of money on this. Like, no, like, nothing has been crazy to the point where we're like, oh, we're really gonna, like, spend a shit ton of money on this. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm like, but that was the first moment where I was like, and I did go in with the expectation
of going over
that we were gonna, so I did go into it, and I had spoken to Lenny about that before we went in. I told him, hey, this is my mom paid for my dress, and she had told me what her budget was. And so I was aware that we were gonna possibly go over budget. I talked to Lenny about it, and he's like, I mean, it makes sense that you go over budget for a dress, for a wedding dress. And so I had already gone in with that mentality, like I was going to have to pay whatever the difference was. But, not to spoil my hate for later, but tariffs? Bitch.
It's hitting earthen.
I was like, what? And then I wake up today, I don't know if you saw it, that fucking China and the US made a deal where they brought it down
after you made the purchase.
Like, I don't know if it's effective today.
I don't think so.
Yeah, like, I'm like, regardless, I purchased it when I purchased it, right? Like, I don't know if the manufacturer...
And there was even a sign about it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was like a small sign next to the table where I was sitting in the back.
Yeah, she told me while I was, I think, trying on like the first or the second dress, because I started asking her, I need you to tell me how much each one cost while I'm trying them on, just so I know, so I have an idea. And she's like, okay. So yeah, tariffs charged me almost $200 extra.
It was $350.
No. She said, when she gave me the invoice, she's like, oh, she said, I misunderstood it. She's like, I thought it was $350, but it's actually half. It's $175.
Oh my God, good.
Yeah. I don't remember. She explained it to me, but she's like, it was my mistake. It's $175. So it was almost $200 for that. And she said that, there was other manufacturers that didn't get their material from there. So I could have gone with a different one where it didn't impact them with the tariffs. Mm-hmm. But I already had it in me that was the collection I was interested in.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fuck it. And then they charged me $260 in state taxes. So I better get that back next year.
Uncle Tom, what are you doing with this money?
I was like, so between the freaking tariffs and, taxes, $400 extra. I will say she gave me a 10% off because I bought the dress.
Yeah.
Right there and then. And that cut off $300. So that was awesome. But, really, that was $300 extra I could have had in my bank account. You know what I mean?
Uncle Tom, we need to get it together. The only people this is affecting are the people. I know you don't give a fuck, but consider us.
Yeah.
It's hot out here. We can barely breathe.
But I do like that they called out that certain manufacturers are calling out what specifically is impacting tariffs, like what items are being impacted by tariffs and how much it's impacting. I know Amazon just started doing that because there's a difference between inflation and tariffs. Tariffs is a pretty drastic thing. And I feel like at the store, I'm sure we've seen tariffs impact it, but we haven't noticed because we don't know how to differentiate tariffs and inflation. Inflation's already fucking bad. So then we see things skyrocketing and it's like, you don't even know what to think anymore. What is it? Are they just fucking hustling us? So it's like you take it out on the manufacturer, and that's why I like that they're calling out how much of this is tariffs.
I think that also another thing why we don't educate ourselves on it is because at the end of the day, we need these things.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop us from getting it because we need to use these things. Like I said, Uncle Tom, this is only affecting us.
And I think on the Brilliant Idiots podcast, they discuss what all things it impacts. It's pretty much everything, guys.
And it's going to expand.
Yeah, well, I mean, not for right now. It's going to go down. I don't know. Again, I didn't see if it was today or when. But I did see that it went down. So that does make me happy. I think about babies and formula. They did say stuff like that. Not formula necessarily, but I know other baby stuff.
Formula is already expensive.
I know. Other stuff that babies, it is going to impact. So I did feel bad for them. And also a nurse at where mom goes for her treatment. She said that, I didn't know this. Lenny did when I told him that the U.S. gets a lot of their pharmaceuticals from China. Did you know that, doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not bad. So I felt bad for everyone that gets big ass treatments. I'm not talking about I don't know, codeine. I'm talking about chemo.
Out of all things, codeine.
Chemo, stuff for other illnesses out there that I can't even think of. So I think about that. I'm like, wow, these people applying for financial aid and now they're having to pay more because of this, and that's where my mind went. But like I said, bringing it back to tariffs, I
hate people. I hate the government.
I like that manufacturers are calling out how much is being impacted by that, because then we don't know, and I don't like not knowing. Tell me what's up, all right? Tell me how much you're really ripping me in the ass and how much you're getting ripped in the ass, so that way I feel a little better about both of us being ripped in the ass.
If you could just put some lube before fucking me in the ass so it doesn't hurt as much, that'd be great. But I don't think you're gonna do that.
Wendell?
No. It was a metaphor.
Oh. Anyways, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking I was gonna mention? I was waiting for the podcast to mention it. I'm technically your madrina now, bitch. You have to respect me.
Why are you my madrina?
Because isn't it whenever they pay for something, they're considered padrino or madrina to something?
I don't even remember what you're paying for. Oh, that's right, the photographer.
Respect me, hoe.
Suck my ass, bitch. Yeah, suck it. Anyways, yeah, that was fun. It went so well. I loved it. I went to the Blushing Bride Boutique. in Salt Lake. If anybody's watching us from Texas, they have one in Texas as well. And I think it's bigger. Yeah, I would have loved to flown over there for my dress. But anyways, Salt Lake was great. Absolutely great. They were so nice.
AC was popping. It was a hot ass day that day. I was dying.
Yeah, it was so good. So, yeah, wedding dress shopping, that was expensive. But anyways.
It was an experience. I wanted to tell the lady, can we have a friends moment where we all sit on the couch in wedding dresses?
I didn't think about that.
I did.
That would have been funny.
I know.
It would have put mom in the one that she would love me to wear.
And Utah,
the big puffs.
I think it's unfair that we see in movies when they go bridal shopping, that they have like champagne to drink while they're trying on dresses. But because we live in the state of Utah, we're not allowed to drink champagne while wedding dress shopping. That's horse shit.
You guys want to know the sad part? So I saw some places that had pictures on Google that looked like champagne. So I called. I knew this was the store I wanted to go to.
Shit.
But I called just to see what they were doing, because I called the boutique I went to. They were like, no, we have to have an alcohol license and the state of Utah. Blah, 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 blah. So I called this other place that I saw. Not that I was going to go to it just for the champagne, but I wanted to know what they're doing, So I called and they were like, oh, no, we don't do that here. It's apple cider with grapes.
The fucking lamest shit. The lamest shit.
Like what?
Like, Utah is so lame. We're known for like the stupidest stuff. It's so stupid.
I was like, wow. She's like, you can bring your own if you want to. And I was like, oh. And I have to bring out my own apple cider.
Apple cider?
Yeah.
Oh, they even champagne. I was like, bitch, you should have told me I would have brought it.
No, I know. Jessica was ready to have that shit in the trunk, homie. No. Yeah.
You should have had a flask or something.
Anyways, yeah, so that was really dumb. I really did want that.
Me too.
But unfortunately, that was like the one like downside, but it wasn't like a boutique thing. It was more like a Utah thing.
Yeah.
And that's why we went to brunch afterwards.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So, yeah, very hot day, but overall good day. I had a good look, and I'm happy, and I'm excited, and yeah.
Yeah, I told Lenny he's gonna drop his panties when he sees you in the dress.
Yeah.
So you might as well not wear any.
He's gonna drop his panties, and I'm gonna drop my tears.
Because he dropped his panties?
Because everybody's gonna see him. Like, no.
Don't drop your panties.
Anyways, all right, and then Sunday, which was yesterday, we film on Mondays. Mother's Day. Well, so
American Mother's Day.
Yeah, so our mother's Mexican. Yes, she lives in the United States and soon to be citizen.
Bitch.
This week, actually.
Woo woo. Put the phone down.
But she celebrates. We've always celebrated her
Mexican
on
Mother's Day.
the 10th of May. It's always on the 10th of May. And so, yeah, but because everything fell on Mother's Day, oh, you know what? Did they even celebrate the mothers? No, right. Wow.
It was such an off, like...
It was so weird.
I felt bad, too, because when we were walking up to the boutique, Mom was like, "Me felicitaste?" I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom." It was just so much going on. And I never forget. But there's so much going on.
We did the first communion that day. We also did wedding dress shopping that day. And the reason why we did wedding dress shopping that day is because, one, my mom didn't know she's gonna go to Mexico, but we didn't know when she was gonna go to Mexico. We didn't know when she was gonna get her citizenship. Me and Lenny also have a run this weekend that we've been planning for a while. So that's why we did it on the 10th.
I'm going to the spa this weekend.
And then also, we didn't know if the first communion was going to be that day either when we planned this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that came after.
Oh.
So, we didn't get to really celebrate her, and I felt really bad about it. But I did say Happy Mother's Day, and I think like a couple minutes later, she's like, ni me felicitaste. And I was like, I did. I said happy Mother's Day. And she was like, okay. And then Sunday, I wasn't going to give her anything. I was just like, oh, I'll give her, I did buy her a little gift. And I was like, I'll give it to her, you know, whenever I see her during the week. But I felt bad.
I know.
So, like, I went to go drop her off some flowers and una libra de chicharrón.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, I took her ceviche.
Oh, okay. She got fed.
Well, I took her ceviche. Yeah, I did. I had a topic I wanted to bring up talking about Mother's Day. How do you feel? I feel like a lot of people have opinions about this when they say Happy Mother's Day or Happy Father's Day, but it's to the opposite parent. Because we grew up with a mom, and, you know, we do Happy Mother's Day, and I used to be like Happy Father's Day too, because she's both, right? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about people taking away from, like, the dad? Because a lot of people are like, Happy Father's Day is for fathers, not for single mothers, or vice versa.
I don't know. I as a kid, like, I would do that, you know. Now that I'm grown, I kind of see it. You know, I kind of see it. I just celebrate her as my mother. She's played as best as she can both roles, and I don't think she needs to be celebrated on Father's Day anymore. Like, I just... Wow, okay, Susan. That was scary. Yeah, I do think, you know, we do have a dad, but wasn't present in our life. So I feel like I like to separate them now. Like, my mother's my mother, and she's done everything possible to raise us, and still, as, you know, we've discussed, is on our asses constantly. So yeah, I don't bring it up anymore, but I think because we've brought it up enough, so to me it's just like
I still say it.
Yeah.
Granted, I never know when Father's Day is.
I don't either.
But when like I realize when it is, I'll still say it, and I'll even say it to my tia, just because, you know, I still want to give them, like, their appreciation, like, you did the damn thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't go giving them gifts or anything because it's not that deep. But yeah,
we give the Rosy flowers.
Not for Father's Day.
Oh, no.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I also feel like people shouldn't, like, get so angry if other people are doing that, because that's how they feel. You know?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. If you're a father and you're being celebrated because you're a good father, props to you, homie. Like, take your day. If nobody's celebrating you, then that's your own fucking problem. You know what I mean? Like, but... like, if you are, then let it be. Why are you hating on other women that, you know, have a different situation than you?
Yeah, like, fuck you. And I've been listening to 92.5 in the mornings when I drive to work because my aux cord broke. And Big Buddha was like, that a lot of fathers feel like Father's Day is not, like, celebrated as hard as Mother's Day. That they kind of get, like, the half-ass end of it. Like, you'll get a tie and that's it. But for Mother's Day, you know, you're like, oh, my mom, flowers, gifts, you know. And like, I was thinking about it, I was like, is that true? I'm like, I think it is kind of true.
I think it is.
I think it is too, and that's a little sad. Like, appreciate your daddy if you have one.
I have some girlfriends that have great dads. Mm-hmm. Love their dads. They're so good. I encourage them. And at least one, like, my best friend, I feel like she does celebrate her dad. Mm. And anytime she tells me, like, oh, what do I think? You know, what do you think about this? I'm like, hell yeah, spoil him. Like, he's such a great dad.
He's a good man.
Yeah, so, you know, to you other girls, though, that don't celebrate your dad, and he's been a good dad and a present dad, celebrate your dad.
Appreciate them while they're still here.
And your mother, you know,
yeah.
But... yeah, I do think that, because I do know of other people that don't celebrate the dad.
Yeah, and
as much.
I'm well aware that, you know, you appreciate your mom more because of the sensitivity, or, you know, granted, not all moms are like this.
Or the mom might make a bigger deal if you don't celebrate her.
And because they're the ones that popped you out, understandable, you should. You tore that bitch up.
Absolutely.
You know? But still, your dad is there. They impacted your life somehow. And if they didn't, then, okay, understandable. But if they're a good dad, celebrate them.
Yeah.
You know, and don't wait till Father's Day to be grateful for them either.
Yeah.
Because that's not okay.
They deserve a good time, too.
They do deserve a good time. And for you fucking kids out there, be nice to your parents, okay? I know they fucking seem like they suck and they don't know shit because you think you know everything, but be nice, okay? Tell them you love them every now and then, and that's it.
Bitch, did we not call Mom a bitch yesterday like a million times? Not to her face.
But we respect her enough to talk behind her back. Every set of siblings do this. And if you don't, you're fucking lying, or you at least think about it and you don't trust your sibling enough to tell them that.
I think it's that one.
Yeah. Because there's no fucking way. No fucking way.
No
like,
way that you're always saying, Mom's mean.
Yeah, no. You're calling her a fucking bitch. And it's okay. But you better be nice to that bitch. Okay?
Hey.
What? You better be nice to your fucking mother, okay? You can disagree all you want, but she is your mom. So sit the fuck down and take a fucking chill pill before I fucking push you into traffic.
That is the most just contradicting thing. But hopefully it made sense to someone. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Mother's Day. That was pretty much it.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
Oh, bitch. I just got one more weekend to go. And even this weekend, it's just like, okay, we got the run. It's an 8-mile run. Saturday morning. That's not it. You know, the run is whatever. It's like, for these events, when you're part of like marathons and stuff like that, you gotta wake up like at 3 a.m. to get to the location to go. Yeah, like it's a lot of like getting up early and prepping for it. So I think that's the part that I dread the most. And we also got one more class of marital classes at the church, so that's Friday.
Right.
But like that's it. You know, like we got just one more thing, and then Saturday afternoon, I don't got shit to do. Nice. Nobody better invite me anywhere.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Bitch, you're going to the spa.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
I'm fucking booked and busy, bro. I'm looking forward to it. It's so needed.
Yeah. I don't want... And then that's it. You know? We don't got anything planned. And I just want to be happy inside my home. And just, you know, be happy with my man. That's it.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what I got from wedding dress shopping? I've always known that I wanted a fat ass ring. Not that kind of fat ass ring. Like, you know, like maybe 2 sizes smaller. Maybe even 3. What, bitch?
What does that mean?
Shut up, just listen to me. I want a beautiful ring. And I do want a beautiful dress. Like, at first I was like,
Did you not think about that?
Well, I knew I wanted a beautiful one, but I was always kind of like, oh, I'd be fine getting one from, like, Fashion Nova or something.
Bitch.
There are some cute ones, but I do want a beautiful dress.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I want the whole, like, shebang.
I don't know what that means.
Like, the party, and obviously we can't do the church, but, like, the party, like... And if I do have a party, I'm only gonna have select few. And then I know you guys have been worried, and you know about what I'm gonna do for my 30th. And I know your girl has.
Did you let them know last time that you had changed your mind again, or what? No. So that's something else that happened in the last 2 weeks.
So I was pretty sad in Puerto Rico. But I also want to go to Disneyland. But then I was like, Disneyland sounds like a lot. Like, am I gonna want to be running around after the wedding? It's literally the week after the wedding that is my birthday weekend. And so I'm like, no, I should just stick to Puerto Rico. And then I look it up, bitch, and it's fucking hurricane season. And Puerto Rico don't play about their hurricanes. So a bitch got scared. And I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Should I just go to Disney? And I was like, you know. So my original plan when I was planning my 30th, I was like, oh, I should just go to Palm Springs. Well, we were in Palm Springs because it was just such a good time.
We went to Palm Springs last summer.
Yeah, it was such a good time. It gave, like, tropical vibes. And it was hot. It was nice. I loved it. Your girl booked her trip to go to Palm Springs. And now I can't change my mind. And I'm kind of happy about it. I'm still kind of like, oh, fuck, was that the right move? But it's too late. I think I'm going to be content once I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, I think it's probably the best idea because next year Stella is graduating and we want to take her on a trip. So, you know, save the pockets.
When For how many days are you leaving? From what day to what day?
5 nights.
Oh, wow. That's a decent amount.
We're flying in Thursday night.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why I brought this up? Because I was telling Wendell, I was like, Palm Springs is like gay central. Like, all the gay people live there. And she's like, what if we were to get married over there? And I was like...
I thought they all lived in San Francisco, honestly. California, whatever.
But I feel like Palm Springs is like really like the, you know, like you can't ban the flags over there. Like it's like their native flag. And she's like, what if we were to get married over there? And I was like,
oh.
Yeah. I was like, invite the people who I want to invite, get married over there, and fucking party.
It would have to be inside because your stash likes to sweat.
I know, that's another thing that I thought about.
It will be different though to go in the winter. So I wonder how it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be warm, but still my stash is gonna sweat.
Yeah, no, it's still gonna be warm. I'm not concerned about that.
Right.
My concern is your stash.
I know. Don't worry. I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
But she did mention that, and I was like, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
Granted, we're not getting married anytime soon. Give me like, you know, I was like 4 years minimum. And now we're pulling up on 4 years, and I'm like, maybe 3 more years.
Damn. How old are you? Oh, you're 30. Well, you're gonna turn 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. And I don't have to worry about the baby problem, so we're good. You know, I'm not worried about my biological clock. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. But yeah, so we'll see.
Dang, that's crazy.
That's why it was brought up.
Yeah.
So don't worry, guys.
I'm excited for you.
The trip was booked.
I need to vacate too.
And I'm hoping you guys can come, but obviously I understand because it's literally the week after the wedding.
I think it all depends, like, what people come out of town, you know, what they want to do.
Right, because I don't think I'm going to be hitting up a club just with me and Wendell.
No, but shit, I want to go back to that restaurant we went to. Would love to go to the spa.
Oh yeah, that's already my go-to.
I love the coffee over there.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
You know, it was just a vibe.
Yeah.
I love chilling by the pool.
Yeah. We're mermaids. We were mermaids in a past life. For sure.
Like just in and out, have a drink, go back in, have a drink, go back in.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I
your
mean?
girl does not do good in the heat, but if she has a little like AC and pool moment, we're good. We can maintain. But so yeah, it was my favorite.
Yeah, it sounds so good right now.
I know it really does. I'm so excited.
Well, we're all so happy for you that you finally figured out what you're going to do and it's booked. So I'm sure Wendell's also happy. We're all happy for you too, Wendell, because I know what you have to deal with.
And we're not staying at the same hotel.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really, like, I wasn't a fan. They changed the name of it. So I wonder if it's, like, rebranded. It's, like, the Rivera now. Yeah.
Well, also, like, we went during the off season, so a lot of things are closed. Like, most people go in the winter, which is November for us.
Right.
So I'm sure regardless, it was going to be a way different vibe.
Yeah.
But
so we're going.
Well, that's exciting. Another thing that I forgot to mention that happened during the last 2 weeks, the Met Gala happened, and I wasn't invited.
The fucking nerve.
The fucking nerve.
You've been practicing your whole life. Your whole life is a Met Gala.
I will say the theme didn't really align with, like, what I've been prepping for my whole life. But I would have fucking just slayed the whole fucking...
What was the theme?
Gala. It was black excellence, dandyism, tailored... I got the tailored part of it. I think you were like it was like kind of with intention of celebrating black designers or black fashion style is from what I understood about it, but it was more like tailored, you know, very tailored outfits basically. A lot of people did not like what Hailey Bieber wore, which she didn't even like walk the carpet, so I didn't see it till afterwards. She looked so sexy. It was so simple. I feel like if I imagined myself going to it and being invited, I feel like that's what I would have worn. It was just a beautiful blazer, like a low-cut blazer, some tights, some black tights, and these like platforms. She looked so simple and so beautiful. Like, leave her alone. It was with the theme. It was a tailored suit. She looked fucking gorgeous.
I didn't even know the Met Gala was happening.
Yeah, it was all over my.
I don't think I'll ever be invited, which I'm okay with. The themes are weird.
The themes are weird. But I think this is one that I did understand a little bit more, because sometimes I'm like, I don't.
Some people come out looking like the fucking hat guy from from Alice in Wonderland. What's the hat guy's name?
The Hat Matter, I think.
Something like that. There was one that literally looked like him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes I don't understand it, but I think this one I did understand. And I mean, Kim K was Kim K. Like, she always just looks banging. But I feel like for me, Hailey Bieber just stood out to me. Anyways, yeah, but like, ew, for not inviting us.
Yeah.
Also, we need to try the Chloe K popcorn next time. I did go to Target and I saw it, but I didn't want to get it, because it was like 2 weeks ago. But next pod, we'll try it for you guys on camera.
Honest reaction.
Yes. All right, let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Because your girl is hungry.
Me too. You go home.
Our love-hate segment.
I have my hate.
Okay.
I hate that I love Summer so much, but your girl can't handle it. Her MS doesn't let her handle it. I was so sick this weekend.
I know.
Like, I wanted to pass out and throw up. Like yesterday, once we were done being the fucking flower delivery service, I laid down, but it was so fucking hot in our house because our fucking AC is out. Your girl likes to take hot showers, like coming out, look at a rotisserie chicken.
It's like a freaking sauna up in that bitch.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
No, it was a cold ass shower. Like, I needed to bring the temperature down.
When are they gonna go get that checked? You don't know.
Okay. It was cold as fuck, and then went to put all the fans out, and I felt better. But it's just, I love summer, but I can't really enjoy it sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like. Oh, okay. So you hate summer. You love hate.
Love hate.
Oh, okay.
I love that I hate that I love summer so much and can't enjoy it.
Okay. That makes sense. I did read, for a lot of people, it drains them, that have MS, but I saw very few people, they actually thrive on it. Like, it gives them energy.
Why can't that be me?
And it's weird, though, because even, people without that, if it's really hot.
Yeah. And it was really hot.
It takes away the energy. Like, you kind of just want to go to sleep.
Yeah. Like, even when we were at the first communion, I felt like my eyes were just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty hot, but I'm sure for you it was probably really hot.
Yeah.
We're doing hate. Okay. You guys already know I hate tariffs. I also hate running out of hangers. That was my next thing. It's so annoying. So inconvenient.
Two different things.
I know, and then I was just thinking, how can I solve this problem? Is there some sort of device where it just creates hangers for me? I just hate having to run out, and then I have to put it on my list, remember to put it on my list of groceries or whatever to buy, and then I have to remember to buy it, right? So it's just so inconvenient. So then it hit me as I'm bitching to myself about this inconvenience, and I'm like, duh. Subscription service on Amazon. Set it up, buy hangers, and then set it up so it delivers them every 5 months.
Yes.
I know, I'm such a problem solver these days.
You're such a fucking idiot. There's literally hangers that are 3 hangers in one.
What do you mean?
There's 1 hanger, 2 hanger, 3, and they're all connected.
I don't know how that would work in my closet.
Anyways, what's your love? Oh, my love. What is my love? What do I love? I love my mom. Thank you for everything that you do. Happy Mother's Day. And you're not a bitch. I love you.
Oh, you should have just left it at that.
We were talking so much shit, Michelle.
You just leave it. I love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Felicidades, Madres, Mom. That's it. God, Jesus.
You're the one that mentioned it earlier.
Anyways. I love my mom too, but I wasn't going to say her, but I do love my mommy. And thanks for my wedding dress. I was going to say I love my man.
My man.
You know when you're really stressed and you have a lot going on he keeps it together for me, and he's been so patient with me. I do try to warn him, you know, like, hey, I'm under a lot of stress, this is what I have going on, and you know, he makes it clear that he's here to help whatever I can, but
Yeah.
there's things that you gotta go through and you gotta do, because it's like, really, like, okay, if it's things like wash the dishes, yeah, of course, okay, I'll ask him to help me with the dishes, right? But there's other things that we have to do,
Right.
and there's sometimes, like, you know what you have to do, but you just need to cry it out. Cry it out, because it's gonna fucking suck. And this week, I feel like it's gonna fucking suck. But it is what it is. Like, you just have to get shit done, and that's that. So, you know, I had my moment, but I feel like I've definitely been, like, short with him because of, like, just everything going on. I feel like now that this weekend passed, which I feel like was, like, the most hectic weekend, I'm like, okay, we can relax a little bit, but work has been crazy, so it's just a lot going on. So I just, you know, I try to thank him as much as possible, but I feel like, you know, words don't suffice.
Yeah.
So
I love my man too. Literally, when I was finally cooled down, I took like a little nap, and Wendell was like, I ate ice cream, and I was like, oh, okay. She's like, I feel like I was stress eating. I'm like, what were you stressed about? She's like,
yeah, Wendell doesn't eat ice cream.
yeah, and she was like, I just didn't know how to help you. Like, I was trying my best to cool you down, and I don't know how to help. I just wanted to make sure you were feeling okay. And I was
Gosh, you made me cry.
like, oh, but that was fine after.
Yeah. Shout out to them for keeping it together for us.
Not an easy job to be with the.
No, not at all.
But very rewarding too. So pick your battles.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it, right? Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you for catching up with us. Wow, that took a whole hour to explain what we've been up to. Hopefully next time we have some topics. We will. I have some already that are kind of funny. But yeah, follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Spotify. You can listen to us on there. Thank you for everyone that listens to us on there. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Bye.